what seems to happen is that there is a plethora of dominance hierarchies, especially in complex human communities, and many of them are masculine in structure, in that they're dominance hierarchies that primarily men compete in, or that has been the historical norm, and that some men rise to the top based on whatever the dominance hierarchy is based on. And so if you think about that, what that implies is that we have evolved to climb up dominance hierarchies. And then I would say it's not exactly that even, because there are many different dominance hierarchies, and so the skills that you might use to climb up one might not be necessarily the same skills that you would use to climb up another. And so then I would say what we evolved for instead, and I'm still speaking mostly on the masculine edge of things, historically speaking, is the ability to climb up the set of all possible dominance hierarchies, right? And that's a whole different idea. It's like the averaged hierarchy across vast spans of time. And I think it's for that reason that we evolved general intelligence, because general intelligence is a general problem-solving mechanism, and it seems to be situation independent, so to speak. And of course there's been an arms race for the development of intelligence between men and women, because each gender has to keep up with the other, and women have their own dominance hierarchies, and of course now men and women more increasingly compete within the same hierarchies, and we don't exactly know how to sort that out yet, because it's an extraordinarily new phenomena. But in any case, because of the permanence of the dominance hierarchy, it has come to be represented in fundamental narratives, because human beings, and this is something that we share everywhere, it's the thing the Wall Street banker shares with the Kalahari Kung Bushman. And then you could say even further, and this is more of a leap, I would say, is that those who act out the role of the victor in those standard narratives are precisely the people who attain victory in life. And I would say biologically defined, in that they make more attractive partners, but also I believe that there's an alignment between human well-being, which is a very weak word, and participation in these meta-narratives that drive success. You know, both of those people, despite their vast differences, live in communities that have a hierarchical structure, that are composed of individuals that are embedded in a natural world, you know, the world outside of the dominance hierarchy. And so that's the standard human environment, I would say. And so stories that rely on the representations of those environments and their interactions are what you might describe as universal stories, and that's why people can understand them.